All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. AtR podcast, Gio Garcia here, alongside Christian Mosqueda. And of course, as you guys see here, we have two very special guests. You guys have seen them on our show before. I'm sure you guys have seen them on TV recently. To my right, professional boxer,
yes,
undefeated, 1-0, Right Hook Roxy.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. You might have the record for most appearances on our show. We got to do the math.
Dang.
You're up there.
I'm right there.
But we're the prettiest, right?
Oh,
There you go.
Let us know in the comments, please. Let us know. Let's confirm it. And of course, to her right, professional trainer, Right Hook Roxy's mother, chef, chauffeur, manager, trainer, all of the above. Does it all. Coach G. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having us. We miss you guys.
Yeah, of course, you guys are, removed a couple months from Roxy's debut. Now that the dust has settled, I want to ask you guys, how was that experience? Roxy, was it everything that you expected?
It was everything I expected. To be able to have my debut at the Forum in Inglewood, that's a very legendary spot. A lot of world champions have fought there. So it was very special. I think I'm one of the first girls to debut at the Forum, on a Golden Boy card. The crowd was spectacular. Everybody showed out, came out to support me, and I was one of the first fights. So to have that many people on the first fight, it showed. I have true supporters and true fans. It means a lot. The only thing, and then the theme, everything about my fight was, all an idea of my mother. And, we got together, tried to create a theme for everyone, Dia de los Muertos. And the only thing is I ran to the ring in my walkout.
And the whole walkout.
And they couldn't do like a...
We'll save that story for later as we get into the interview.
All right, so let's start with that. Let's take it step by step because you did mention the whole weigh-in. Obviously, the outfit, a lot of eyes on you. Plus, your opponent didn't want to shake your hand either. So I felt like it was a whole event from the lead up to the weigh-in to the fight itself. But let's start there, the weigh-in.
So the weigh-in, I came out in my Dia de los Muertos weigh-in outfit. I wanted to try something different.
Mother's idea.
Right? Yes.
Dedicated to our ancestors.
Yes.
She's a fourth-generation fighter.
And, it was... Yeah, I went to go shake her hand. She didn't shake my hand. I was like, okay, we'll leave it in the ring. I actually knew the coach. They've known me since I was in Team USA. His family members were on Team USA as well. So, I have respect for the coach. The girl, I didn't know. Maybe it was for show. Maybe it wasn't. But I have good sportsmanship. So there's nothing I can do but just accept it. I was like, I'll see you in the ring.
All right, so weigh was made. How was that night before your pro debut? Were you nervous at all? Were you anxious? Did you go to sleep early? Did you go to sleep late? How was that leading up to the fight?
Well, I kind of slept late because I was resting all day and I was anxious. I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I was anxious because I was in my hometown. I was in LA. I was near all my family, my friends. So, and the Kia Forum, people, everybody's watching. Everyone has been waiting for my debut for like years. And we all know this. I was supposed to fight in the beginning of the year last year and it didn't happen. So, all eyes were on me and I was anxious. I would say I was more nervous of the crowd than my actual opponent. It was just more of everyone around me. But once that bell rang, I forgot about it all.
Did that contribute to you running into the ring or was that planned?
That did contribute me running into the ring because I was just like, okay, let me just get this over with already. It's 4 rounds. 8 minutes. What can go wrong? I was like, let's just get this over with. And
You ever see that commercial? Start the car. Start the car. No, I thought that was pretty similar to that.
So you wanted her to walk instead of...
Okay. Let's go back a few steps. Weeks prior to her debut, I stood there every night making everyone masks. Stone by stone, hand painted, everybody customized theirs. And I said, okay, Roxy, the walkout's going to be different. It's going to be something where everybody's going to remember. So we all had our masks on and everything, and the music starts, and then I looked up, she was gone. I took off my mask and I was like, damn it.
Sorry.
I showed her the video after she was so embarrassed. So, yeah.
And of course, Coach G, you've coached all your life, from the amateurs all the way up to here. And I'm sure you've dreamed of this moment. You've thought of this moment. What was it for you to, to finally see this come together?
I have mixed thoughts about that. Being that I'm a trainer, I have lots of fighters, and I always expected that from my daughter. I always like the time's here. It's your time to shine. Everybody asks me, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" Like, come on, that's not a question to ask me. Like, I'm dealing with, no, but I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anxious. I was just excited. It was finally here. So I was proud. More than anything, I was just proud.
Yeah. And of course, you guys are connected with Freddie Roach. He closed the gym. He wanted the support to come to her. What did it mean to you to have that from?
Wow. Coming from Freddie Roach, he's a decorated trainer and everybody knows who he is. The fact that he closed the gym for my fight and not even only on holidays he closes the gym or if they're out of town, and the fact that he closed the gym just to watch me fight early, it really means a lot to me. He was there, the whole gym was there, and I was like, wow, this is my family, and to have Freddie Roach at my fight, it just meant a lot, He doesn't go to fights often. You don't see him in fights in the crowds unless he's in the corner, and it was just something very special to hold in my heart. He's known me since I was 6 years old. If you go in the gym and look to the left side, you can see me and Freddie like this. And I was like 6 years old, and now I'm 22. So that's a long road.
Yeah. Because I've been to the wild card when there's been big fights. I'm like, I've stopped by to see, like, oh, who's there? And it's always open. Like, for the most part, like, there's big fights. There's still people
New Year's
working.
Day.
Yeah, there's still people working. So to have that, that's a great honor. Yeah.
So you do the ring walk.
Ring run.
Ring run.
You get in there, and first punch connects for you. First punch connects for your opponent. What's going through your mind at that point? You've officially made your pro debut. At that point, what goes through your mind?
Dang, this girl, big girl. I was like, I ain't getting her out the ring, that's for sure. I was like, this.
Tell them what you told me when you walked to the corner.
I was like, Mom, like, why'd you guys?
She's like, this girl ain't going anywhere.
I said, this girl is not gonna go down, that's for sure. I was like, she's coming from a higher weight class down, and I'm going up because my opponent last minute, the commission didn't approve it, so I had to find a last minute opponent within that week. People don't know that. People just think, no, this was an opponent that I wasn't even supposed to fight. I was supposed to fight somebody else.
We got her 4 days before the...
4 days before the fight. She went down in weight, and I moved up. And I was like, yeah, this girl ain't going nowhere. I was like, dang, Mom, I got to last the 4 rounds. I was like,
and I didn't tell Roxy anything until we got the opponent secured.
And also, I told her, I was like, this is not a tomato can. This girl knows how to fight.
She opens tomato cans with her bare hands.
So you're obviously you got that going on. Well, obviously people want to hear, the corner talking. Sometimes we don't see that on TV. We don't get the sound bites. But what were the instructions that your coach, your mom, was telling you?
For the most part, she trusted in my skill. I don't have that much time. It's 2 minutes, 4 minute, 4 rounds, 2 minutes. So pretty. Honestly, she was more worried about my composure and keeping myself together, not getting anxious, because I had a fight in Mexico not that long ago, an amateur fight, and I let the crowd get to me, and I lost. And I don't even remember the fight. I don't remember anything I did in that ring because I was so worried about everyone around me. So for my mom, it was just, Roxy, keep your composure, breathe, you're good, you're doing good. And I was so worried, am I doing good? I know I was winning, but I wanted reassurance, and she's just trying to keep me calm, like, Roxy, keep your composure.
We've been 7 weeks doing the same thing. Just keep doing it.
Keep your composure, stay in there, stay focused. That was the most important thing I was hearing most of the time. Just use my skill. Use my skill. It's always going to win is the skill.
Yeah. And how do you how would you rate your performance? Was it something that you wish you would do different? What's something that obviously it's the first fight. There's always things that that you see that you want to like either fix or do different.
I would assess my performance. I give myself about 75%, honestly. My conditioning wasn't where I wanted to be. I had a lot of missed falls in my camp, and I was stressed out about certain things, but I tried. I did what I could. I think I did very great for a last minute opponent. I give myself probably like a B minus, to be honest, but I know I am going to do better. My next fight's coming. It is my professional debut. There's a lot of things I have to work on differently for each fight. Every opponent is different. Every fight is different. Styles change, and I'm trying to adjust to the pro style. I've always had a pro style in me, but now I just got to put it out there, So there is a few things I do want to change, and with time. I'm 22 years old. I'm very young. I have a lot to learn. You're the world champion, never stops learning, So every day I'm learning something.
Yeah, and of course, Coach, you're also, you're not just coach for your mom. What's something that you want her to do in her next bout?
I just work ethic and the training camps and stuff, and she has all the talent, all the skills. I've seen her since she was 4 years old to I've seen her in the ring with world champions, and she's not only gives them problems, but she dominates every time in the ring. So I would like for her to take all that in the gym with her. I mean, from the gym inside the ring, and it's when we work on certain things for 7 weeks, 8 weeks, however the duration of camp. Bring it in the ring with you. We're training you to fight this certain fight. Just remember everything you did in the gym. How many times you ran up that mountain, you pushed to the very last. So when you hear that 10-second warning, push. And I want her to be able to know that 2 minutes is very fast, but it's also every second is valuable. So use every second of that and place everything. So you did a great job. But like she said, she said 75, so I'll give her like a C, Okay.
So you know that she's capable of more. You know that
she's, people may say other, but I know my daughter. I tell everybody, if you see Roxy at 100%, I'll put her in the ring with anybody. I'm talking about world title, anybody. Give her a year, I'll put her in a world title fight. Yeah. Because I know her skill set.
Yeah, and of course, Roxy, now that you're like in the pro ranks, you're keeping an eye on all these, fighters. Which ones are the ones that you're just looking at?
Looking at in the sense of I want to take their bout, maybe Sky Bink, I don't.
With a bink, bink, bink.
I would like to fight her. That's something.
Right.
That is something that can happen very soon. She got up there pretty fast. I want to get up there pretty fast. Later in the future, I want to fight veterans. Hopefully they do not retire by the time I fight, like Amanda Serrano. That's somebody I'm really interested in. But, she's getting older, so maybe not. I look up to her. So it's something that, as a respect thing, I would like to fight people I looked up to. And, that would be something great to me. I would honor that. Like, that's something that a lot of people wish to do. For example, like when Ryan Garcia wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. Didn't happen, but he looked up to him as an idol. Those are things that I see. There is a lot of vacant spots at 122, a lot of vacant bouts that I can just easily take and fight somebody for it. So there's a few I'm looking at. There's some upcoming girls as well. A lot of girls that are gonna do these Olympics and then turn pro, so they're right there with me. We're new, we're young. The doors are open for us now. The young ones, we're stepping in there. Like, okay, now it's our turn. It's a generation is completely changing now.
Yeah. Let me piggyback off that, Chris, because I think the first time you were on the podcast, I don't think women's boxing was getting the shine that it's getting now. I'm gonna just read some names of current prominent women fighters. Obviously, Clarissa Shields, Lady Hammer was in the mix. Amanda Serrano, as you said, Katie Taylor, Michaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgartner, Jessica McCaskill, Siniesa Estrada, of course, your stablemate, Yocasta Valle, Gabriela Fondora just won a world title. Of course, our good friend, La Cobra Ruiz. Yeah. Those are a lot of names in women's boxing.
No, definitely. It's getting up there now. All these names, I know every single one of them. It's great that now people are paying attention to women's boxing because it's a quote unquote man sport. And I'm glad that women are now making good money. A lot of women are. There's still a lot I would like to change, like the 3 minutes. I would prefer 3 minutes in the ring than 2, honestly. So I hope that changes. But overall, women's boxing is getting shine now. People are starting to know fighters more and more and more.
Coach, without giving too much away, what's next for Right Hook Roxy's immediate future? Obviously, new year, 2024. What's the ideal number of fights that you would like to see her in? And then we'll ask Roxy the same thing. Of course, the fighters always want to get in there, right? But what's the ideal number for you?
I want to get her a few more 4-rounders. Like I said, we're not jumping on the fast track. We're not trying to call anyone out in particular. With respect, we respect boxing, respect the women that have put their names out there. But it's our turn. So we're going to prepare and give her as many fights as Golden Boy is able to put on the table for her and move from there. And hopefully, like I said, Roxy at 100%, she's coming.
100%. And Roxy, your mom is big time. She has world champions. I
She
think
is my mom. Just kidding.
She still cooks me dinner.
I feel like for us, like we always thought like she was gonna wait kind of for you to turn pro and then you were gonna be world champ.
Oh, no.
But she went in there. Yokasta Valle, of course, she's doing a great job. One of the top pound for pound fighters in women's boxing. Of course, our boy Alan's coming up next. G, can you kind of describe that experience a little bit? It feels like, for the people at least, it feels like it's a fast ascension, you can say, but you've been putting in the work for years. So can you kind of describe that a little bit?
Well, thanks to social media now, that I've been around boxing all my life. I've been around boxing all my life, but thanks to social media and the internet, people that don't really know boxing are just now getting to know me. But we had a busy past 3 to 4 years preparing for the Olympics, the Olympic qualifiers. Those dreams were put to side, but hey, there's bigger dreams. There's bigger goals out there. That was just a ladder, a stepping stone. So I started filling up my camp. I had Kid Kansas, Alan, and Roxy only, and you guys done multiple interviews with us, and people started seeing me develop this kid into, a great boxer. Then we had people come in like the Valderas come in. Then we had Nico Hernandez come in, and after that, other fighters, Butriago. We had the Moreno brothers. I had the Alvarado. Now I got Sarayin Rodriguez. I have Yokasta Valle, Chris Reyes. I started, filling up my camp with grown men and showing, we were knocking everybody out, So I have a good record. So I said, hey, shit, I am good. I'm not just the water girl. I'm actual, top tier. One of the I've been at the top, several times already. So I'm not gonna call myself the top trainer, but I did get voted for best trainer of the year, right?
There you go. And like Gio said, Coach, you've been doing it for years and years and years. This isn't something that happened
Over
overnight.
30 years, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll pose this question to Roxy. Like, what did it feel to hear the words out of Tim Bradley when he was, giving your mom all these accolades and, just...
And I quote, he said, she's phenomenal.
Twice.
She knows her boxing. I just had to replay it earlier today so I don't misquote him.
Whoa. So at first when I saw the nominations, I was like, oh my God, my mom is up there with like world-class boxing trainers that had like multiple world champions. I honestly thought I would be my mom's first world champion. I'm kind of salty about it, but it is what it is. I didn't step in there that fast, so I don't blame her. I had other things, other plans. So, I'm happy for my mom. I'm
Fight to be the first undisputed.
There you go, pound for pound, huh? I'm very happy for her. I'm glad that she's getting the recognition she deserves. People assume, female trainer. It's not just a female trainer. She's a great trainer. She knows what she's doing. Everybody hears the instructions she gives her fighters. They purposely, on ESPN, put her in the corner. They put the where you can hear it. Yeah. And the commentators are like, wow, she's giving them really good instructions. Yeah, she is. She's a good trainer. What do you expect? Just because she's a girl, she doesn't know what she's doing, which is completely sexist, in my opinion. But overall, everyone should know by now who my mother is. She's not just my mother. She's a world-class trainer.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you this, Jay, you're a trendsetter because we're watching the fights on ESPN right now. Earlier, I saw them do the same thing. They were putting the mics and the camera on the corner. So I'm sure if that didn't go well that first time when they tried it, I'm sure they wouldn't have tried it again. But they continue to do it. So I'm going to call you a trendsetter because I think you were the first one. I don't know if I saw anybody do that before where they
whole
have the
fight,
whole
yeah.
round.
Right. Yeah, that's the first time they do the whole round, and it's been a while since I even seen like little bites, little sound bites. You know.
Yeah, they did. On the Top Rank fight, they did the whole round. I was like, "Well, are they gonna put the other?" I was even asking, "When are they gonna put the other trainer?" Like they put him for 30 seconds. They had her like the whole fight almost. Like they weren't even talking. The commentators, they were just they had
They're trying to
her.
learn something.
Hey, did they give you an extra check for that?
Right?
They might have just hustled you, huh?
Like they put me on there too long.
You gotta be like, hey, yo, Timmy, I need a piece of that check, Timmy. You were just chilling back.
Your reviews were great.
Coach, same questions. What did you feel when you went back and heard Tim Bradley's words?
You know, it's funny. I guess the fight was in Texas. I don't even know where I was at because I had so many fights running back to back. I didn't see it until 2 days later because everyone kept commenting on it and asking me. Then I saw your guys' y'all post, and I said, "Well, who said that?" And you said Timothy Bradley. I said, "Nuh-uh." Like I was just in disbelief, and I just kept hearing it over and over and over, and I just kept listening to it, and I said, "You know what?" I embraced it. I said, "Wow, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Top Rank. Thank you, ESPN. Thank you, everybody, for putting me in that position. Thank God it went well." But yeah, I was happy. I was excited because it's not only shows what I can do in the ring, not what only my fighter can do in the ring, because at the end of the day, it's a whole team, and your corner is the one that has to sit there and study, and the fighter's just gonna do what the corner asks, and believe in them. And my fighters, they believe in me. Not every trainer is going to say the most perfect instructions. So let me make that clear right now because I've asked for certain things that didn't work for my fighter. But, nevertheless, for the most part, yeah.
The other day in sparring, she said, "Throw the two, bing, get caught."
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
got
"Oh,
caught when
dang.
she was in the wrong
Thanks
position.
a lot, Mom." I was kidding.
And, it just showed everybody that, I'm not doing this for women. I'm doing this for my fighters, for the legacy of my family. But I am proud to be one of the women out there to support other women in boxing, and like they always said, who do you look to as a trainer? I don't look up to anybody else but my family, not in a mean way, not in a bad way, because, but there aren't many female trainers out there. And if there is, but the level where I've experienced back from Francisco Vargas, Sergio Lepiñez, Meserito, and all them. I mean, I've been there plenty of times, so I expect, What?
I'm sorry. It's 76-76.
Oh,
Sorry.
Live reaction, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
Just like this. There you go. Hey, ESPN, if you guys want to hire Coach G as a commentator, hit us up. All right. We got you.
You'd be
She
a
got
great
you.
commentator.
I would.
Yeah, I think you did great.
You do good.
Really? Because I was like,
I would suck.
when they put the microphone on me, I was like, oh my God, I cuss a lot because I didn't want them to put it on me because, it was there. And he's like, it's okay. I was like, no, I really do cuss a lot.
You're like, put that shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, just letting you guys know, as we're doing this podcast, Coach is like calling the fight in between breaks. So it's like, we know she can do it. Yeah. So, Roxy, of course, we talked about team, you guys being a team. What does it mean for you to, how about Yoka? Does it motivate you to want to be there one day?
Oh, definitely it does. I see the hunger in her. I see her, the way she trains. Like, I honestly haven't met anybody that trains like her. Men and women. The closest I've seen to that was, honestly, nobody. Like, the way she trains is just something that I look up to, I've been around a really, really long time, and she trains like she wants it. She's hungry, and it motivates me. It motivates me to, be on side by side with her. I think there's been a point in my life where I got very comfortable with the position I was in. I was getting too comfortable. You can never get too comfortable in boxing. And when you get comfortable, you get lazy. And to see Yoka training, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me put some pilas, and I need some batteries because my spark was there. It just wasn't lighting up. Yeah. And now with Yoka, she motivated me a lot to train harder, to be hungry. Remember that hunger I had when I was a kid. It's just doing it so long, you tend to, fade away. You tend to not love it. And now I've gotten to the position where I'm loving the sport again. I'm seeing the difference. I'm seeing how the pro game is different from the amateurs. Now I'm getting something. Now I'm getting recognition. And that's something that has completely changed from the amateurs to professional level. And to me, it showed me, it opened a lot of doors, and there's just going to keep having doors open for me. And I know it's coming.
Amen.
I feel it. I feel it right there. I'm super close. I'm just like right there. And, God willing, everything will come into place at the right time.
And just like you visualize, making your debut, are there other things that you visualize, coming forward? They always say visualize something before, it happens.
I do visualize myself becoming a world champion very fast. I want to have about 6 fights this year, hopefully, God willing. And wherever those opportunities lead me, maybe a junior title right now, and then heading to a world title. That's the step. It's baby steps, I have to respect the woman in this sport. I'm not going to be cocky about it and call anybody out and say I'm the best, because I still have a lot to prove. Just because I've been around a long time doesn't mean I still can't. I can't. Like, I've already proved myself. There's a lot I have to do, a lot I have to work on. Baby steps and baby steps. I'm going to make it. But I do know that.
I'm going to remind you of that when you tell me you don't want to get up tonight.
Play this clip right here.
Hey. This was my question.
She's talking. I'm like, wow, that's good advice. I'm thinking, wait a minute. Didn't I just tell you that the other day?
There's baby steps, but slowly but surely. And I see myself very soon. In the next few fights, more people are going to know my name. A lot of people here already in the United States, let alone Mexico, they all know me already. And I want to be worldwide. I want opportunities to flow. I want to feel comfortable. I want to, be okay.
Yeah, and talking about worldwide, we saw your numbers. You're nearing that 100,000 follower mark. How important is that to, just market yourself and to have that coach?
Man, I fight with this kid every day. I'm like, Roxy, make a post. Roxy, make a post. Roxy, make a post. These
It's
little
hard.
girls need to look up to somebody, and they need to know your name. They see you. They gotta know your name. They gotta see your name. Mm-hmm. Your name has to be in everyone's mouth, in a good way. But just keep posting. It's the value of it. And then you could fight. I don't know the weigh-in. They went They went like over 6 million views.
Yeah.
So 6 million people saw you at your weigh-in. Over 6 million people. So it's very important to make, great. I have a great team behind us, and the Gina, shout out to Fighters Fight Media. That's my girl. She flies out all over the world with me, just to make our moments special, make sure we get our stuff out there right away. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Let me piggyback off that. I did want to ask you some rapid fire questions. That was actually one of my questions. Who follows you that you were kind of surprised? You were like,
I'm jealous.
Oh, who follows me?
Yeah, what was like maybe one or maybe a few people where you were like, whoa, they follow me?
Snoop Dogg.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Snoop Dogg.
LBC.
No, that was
Schoolboy Q.
It wasn't actually. It was
Really?
Snoopy Dogg, not even
Snoop Dogg, Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q too?
And then,
A lot of famous. Boys.
yeah, there's that. What's his name? J-Lo's ex-husband.
Ben Affleck?
Skateboarder.
No. Oh, skateboarder. That's her current
I don't
husband.
know.
Oh, that's her current husband?
Ben Affleck.
No.
But ex-
Skateboarder.
I know she has a lot.
Like the Super Bowl.
Edit that out.
Yeah, okay. No, but Snoop Dogg, man, that's like that made my year. Like he followed me right when the year ended. I was like, because I was going through social media and I clicked on Snoop Dogg's profile. I said follow back, and I was like, huh? Because I didn't even see it like on my feed until after. I'm like,
And he's a boxing fan too.
I was like,
Yes,
Snoop
yes.
Dogg follows me. He follows me, Ashton, and Ryan Garcia, I believe. I was like,
Tank Davis.
my dream one day is to have him walk me out in Long Beach. If I
Hey,
ever
there you
fought
go.
in Long Beach.
To the song "Beautiful," huh? Or "Pop It Like," "Drop It Like It's Hot." No, "Pop It Like It's Hot." What is it?
That
Called?
would be crazy.
We will make sure this video gets to Snoop somehow,
Come on,
some
Snoop.
way.
Thank you, Snoop.
That made my year. Like,
That
that
made
was
my whole 50 years. Like,
out of the 100,000 followers. Snoop Dogg is my favorite. Like I grew up watching him.
ringside ticket for Snoop Dogg.
Hey, I'm just looking at your followers in the blue checks. You got a lot of people: Brian Castaño, Marco Antonio Barrera, a lot of fighters. Obviously, El Camarón Cepeda. Who else do we see here? There's a lot of blue checks. Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard. You know who
Who's
Damian
that?
Lillard is?
No.
That's a NBA pro.
He's
Like,
a basketball
one of the best.
player. He's one of the best players in the league.
Roxy got it like
10
that.
million followers.
Yeah,
Look at that.
He's top
She
10.
didn't even
He's
look
top
at
10.
it. This is a humble flex. Like she didn't even know.
I didn't know that. No, I mean, but the boxers, they're like family. So
Yeah.
to me, boxers is not like, oh my God. Like,
Bernardo
you know,
Osuna follows you.
Yeah.
who?
Bernardo
The
Suna.
commentator from Univision.
I'm kidding, guys.
I know who he is.
Right?
I'm
Her
kidding.
daughter Roxy is a 21-time national champion, world
She's
gold
funny,
medalist,
isn't
buddy.
she?
She's pro debut next week.
I was just teasing.
It's
That's
because
not
social media to me is just social media.
Yeah.
But yes, there is a lot of people in there that I respect as well. Like, oh my God, like this is cool. I get to see their stuff. They get to see mine. You know, like.
Bam too. Bam
Bam, too.
Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, I've known Bam since we were young though. He's been following me since we were like 13 years old. So a lot of the fighters with the blue checks, I've known them since we were kids. Ryan Garcia, I've known them since we were children.
They're probably interviewing them and said, gosh, you have Right Hook Roxy following you?
No, but it was, you know, like a lot of these boxers, like it motivates me. I look at their stuff like, I'm going to be there one day. Watch. I'm going to be that person like, oh, Right Hook Roxy, you know?
Who's a blue check in boxing that you're like want them to follow you one day? Who's
Canelo.
hey, there you go.
Canelo.
And we
Triple
know,
G.
and he's known her since she was like 15.
He knows me, but you know, it's social media. I was like, Canelo, Triple G.
They wanted to sign her.
Maybe Floyd Mayweather. Those are just people that I wish they would follow me.
He said maybe Floyd.
I was like, no, but Canelo is one of the ones that like I wish.
I know G got some blue checks too. Who follows you, G? Should
Oh,
I,
yeah,
should I
she
look
does.
it up?
She got a lot.
Yeah, you can.
She has
I don't
Brian
think-
Castaño. She has
So they like my food. I'm cooked for a lot of them.
Yeah, you cooked for Canelo for a while, right?
Yeah,
for
I
a few
did.
times. So
I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want everybody, get me a T-shirt, get me a picture, get me a shout out. It's personal. You know, I take my job very
let me just say they eat a lot.
Roxy cooked for them too.
Yeah, I was cooking. That's why I know they ate a lot.
Coach, anybody that you would want to follow you one day? You're like, oh man, I know I've made it when that person.
Beyonce.
You know. Anybody, not just boxing.
Ben Affleck. No.
Oh my God.
damn.
No,
Watch
I
out,
mean,
J-Lo.
she got a
Oh,
crush.
J-Lo.
Watch out, J-Lo. My mom coming
No,
in the
you know what?
pics.
J-Lo's taking jabs in this podcast.
I know. Poor J-Lo. I love J-Lo. Oh, Sofia Vergara. Oh my
Sofia
gosh.
Vergara.
If she followed me,
Yes,
I would
Sofia
die.
Vergara, yeah.
Okay.
And then,
No, I would say Marco Antonio Barrero or Marquez.
Okay. That's cool.
Those are my boxing.
if Michael Jackson was still alive, I wish he would follow me.
There's a council active, so yeah.
His
Coach?
council still posts. Hey.
Coach outside of boxing, anybody?
Outside of boxing.
Peso Pluma.
No,
No?
I would say,
Fuerza Regida.
yeah.
Is it-
What's his name? Ben Affleck and Angelina Jolie's ex-husband, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. You know who then? If we're talking about crushes, you know, Massimo from 365 Days. That man right there, if he followed me, I would melt. I would marry him on the spot. I'm sorry.
Christian, everybody's hearts right now.
Have you know who that is, right?
I don't.
Me
Come
neither.
on, dude. You guys know this. I'm going to show them, guys, since they don't know who it is.
And we'll put the picture up on your screens too, so you guys know who it is, just in case you don't. But Chris, last few questions for my part. While you're looking it up, Roxy, just want to say we're proud of you.
Yeah.
When we first met you were in high school.
I know.
Super shy.
You're a natural now. Your mom doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
Okay.
Come
Let
on.
me see.
I think I've seen it
Come
before.
on,
Let's see.
Massimo. You know? There you go. Well, you can just upload
It was like Mas y More.
Yeah, if he follows her, then that's a wrap.
If he
right?
follows me, I'm married. That's it. I quit boxing. I'm gonna have a family in Italy.
She goes,
Just kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
I'll cook 3 meals a day, hot meals a day.
I will
for you.
cook 3 meals a day. I
There you
will
go.
wash the dishes. I will clean the floor.
She has a sink full of dishes right now.
That's because.
By the way, this
Massimo's
is
not
Roxy's cute little place. She moved out. She got mad at me. Says I'm moving out.
my God.
She moved right next door.
She needed her own space.
There's the Right Hook Roxy Studios right here. He probably follows you already. You haven't even noticed.
Maybe
You
he's
gotta
seen my
creep in.
clip somewhere out there, man. But I think he's likes man. I don't know.
All right. Well, Chris, we'll make sure this video gets to him as well. We'll cut up a clip.
I
but-
love you.
We'll
Should
tag
put
him.
more makeup on and fix your hair and put a dress on.
Right, I gotta look real classy right now. It's not the move.
We'll edit that in. We'll just snap and then
He's
we'll
like,
just come
He's
he's
back.
like, yeah, I need a housekeeper and a cook.
Oh, rude. I'm not like 6 foot, so it wouldn't work.
Last couple questions, Chris.
Yeah. So
Or last thought, whatever.
So-
Yeah, go ahead.
goal of 2024 for you guys.
Be that best mother-daughter duel out there.
Yeah.
Become world
Continue winning.
champions, undisputed. Not this year, but within the years. But just keep making noise in the pros and keep bringing them fights home right here in Los Angeles, where all her family and friends, and I'm not gonna say fans, because we look at everybody more like family and supporters, like just people, our circles, within, give them the shows they want to see.
Final thanks to anybody that you guys want to shout out. Yeah, of course, as a team.
Heck yes.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to do that. Coach Pedro at PR Therapy at Wildcard. Man, he's got all our fighters. I mean, they're like, you've seen the way their bodies look. People are like, oh my God, you guys look amazing. We got Freddie Roach, has always been there for us. And he
Wildcard
always
Boxing.
opens a gym downstairs for us. And hey, come and train. And downstairs is where all the superstars are at. And we're always downstairs. He makes sure we have everything. Marie, his wife, she's amazing too. She always has us, always has our back. And El Toro's Meat Market is
There you
now
go.
sponsoring.
Marvin, my little mitt man.
I was
over
gonna
here.
say that. Hold on. El Toro's Meat Market. He's now a sponsor. He's helping these guys get the right food, nutrition in their body. I just brought on Marvin Samudio to on board with Roxy. And he's a great trainer as well, and he gives her a lot of great advice too. So, I can't do it. It takes a village to build a child, right? To raise a child. So, for these fighters, I needed a little more muscle. So thank you to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roxy?
I have a few. She named almost half of them.
You can rename them.
for
Oh wait,
example,
Jackson gloves too. Jackson making the
Yes.
best custom, and Aztec the shoes, the mouthpiece
Aztec
guy.
Customs, the mouthpiece guy.
Jackson is the best, and then
Valiente.
suits.
He makes all my suits for my fight. He's the one that made me look nice.
He's got
on
our
my
fighters dressed up
weigh-ins.
nice.
Gina, our photographer, Fighters Fight Media, of course.
That's my
you
girl.
know.
She's-
My recovery lab, they take care of me in my recovery. So there's a lot of people out there, I thank my roommate for waking me up sometimes.
Shout out to roommate.
Shout out to the roommate for keeping me happy.
Thank you, mija. She's like, oh, thank you.
I have,
I'm gonna start calling you at 6 a.m. Wake her up now.
there's a lot of people out there that I thank. I got my own back, Junior. He makes my fight outfits. You've seen my fight outfit. Everyone's seen it. He does a great job in the
Yeah.
suits as
Always.
well. Always, there's a shredding lab. They do my meal preps when I can't cook, so
Okay, he
They-
can cook. He can cook.
I can't cook sometimes because I get really tired and
Shredding
busy.
Lab's
I
gonna
just-
have to start cooking for me now.
I just gotta put it in the microwave. Boom, the food's done. I can cook, but it takes a lot of time out of my day sometimes when I'm having 3 trainings a day. So, shout out to him. too.
Shout out to you guys for always giving us the
Yeah.
coverage, man.
Yeah,
you guys are
always-
special. We've always been. We went. You guys, what, 5 years already?
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you
Like I
guys.
said, when we first met Roxy, she was super shy.
Yeah.
And as
High school still.
High
High school
school.
student.
I was still a high school student when I took.
And she walked in with a black eye too, so she
Yeah, I
would get hit
remember
when she
that.
was a kid.
No, and also shout out to the few thousand people who were there at the forum, 3 p.m.
I
It was
know.
lit. It was packed.
How did you guys feel? Let me ask you guys that question. What did you guys?
I personally have never seen a fight that early with so many people in the venue. And I was happy because obviously we were excited for the fight, right? Yeah. But when we walked in there was a lot of people and they were hyped. So it was pretty cool to see all the people because obviously we know all the work that you guys put in. So to see that a lot of people see that too, it was pretty cool to see. So shout out to them. And it was a great fight. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
great
Thank
show,
you,
Roxy.
thank you.
For me, I was just seeing all the noise on social media. There was a lot of just hits and people reposting, and so you could see the power of the brand that Roxy is. So yeah, it's
Shout out to Golden Boy too. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Eric Gomez and Bernard Hopkins for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Right Hook Roxy, Coach G, announcement coming soon.
Yes.
Right? You guys can't say anything. We're not going to allow you to, but announcement coming
Be a
soon.
draw.
And yeah, be on the
gonna be a
lookout
draw.
for them.
It's a draw. I'm just kidding. Okay.
and final message, guys, to the fans, all the people that support Roxy, that follow her on social media, that follow her stories, and that support her fights.
Well, I want to say thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot. Stay tuned. I have a lot more fights coming in. I'm going to be much more active on social media and in my fights. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm nothing without them. I am not a brand. I'm not marketable without my supporters. I don't want to consider them just fans. They're supporters. They support me.
Yeah.
I make money because of them. And without
Saludos
them,
para la gente que habla español también.
sí, saludos para mí. Que me apoyan desde México, Argentina, Costa Rica. Gracias a todos por su apoyo. Y aquí voy a estar peleando y peleando. Voy a estar más activa con mis social redes y cosas así. Vas a ver. Y tengo mi pelea muy pronto. Gracias. Saludos.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you for hosting us. We appreciate it. It's always fun. We'll have one soon after your next fight. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. Keep checking them out. And there's a lot more videos coming soon. Chris, 10 seconds.
Yeah, and for me, just thank you guys for, always opening the doors to us. I know you guys are busy. You guys are always training hard. You're busy, coach, with, not just Roxy, but the whole stable. So we just want to say we are so proud of you guys' growth.
No
So proud.
way! I'm sorry.
Live reaction, folks.
Live reaction.
Maloney got the
Come
decision
on.
over Sanchez.
Come on now.
We might give you guys a post-fight reaction, all right?
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
We're
you
out.
guys. We out. Right Hook
That's some
Roxy out.
bullshit.